All right, guys. So today is going to be a bit of a funny one, right? So I want to talk about a situation that happened, not too long ago. It's, very current as far as, events in the media are concerned, right? So rapper Silento, right, has been accused of murdering his cousin. Now, for those of you who don't know who that is, right, I imagine some of you definitely may not, or may have forgotten. It's kind of not surprising given this particular individual, right? But he was the guy that made the Watch Me Whip song, right? He was one of those guys that made those dancing songs, the songs that are, ginormous for, 8 months to a year, and then the artist completely falls off because there's like no way in hell that you can follow it up. But yeah, so I want to say, if I remember correctly, back in like 2015 or 16, this song was like the biggest song. Like you could not hear this song at a kid's birthday party or just anywhere that's like a general public outing. Like, this song was everywhere. And then obviously the dance is associated with it. So, little kids are just doing that all day long. Like, there's no stoppage or any shit like that, right? It's just 24/7, nae-nae, right? So, he had a very short come up in prime, and then he drifted off into obscurity. But in the last year or two, he's had some, very abrupt, if you will, run-ins with the law. Sometime last year, he was arrested for driving over 20 miles per hour, right? And when he was pulled over, he simply told the police officer that, pulled him over or whatever, that his excuse was he's famous. Like, Silento, I don't know what your real name is. Like, no one knows who you are anymore, buddy. Like, you're one of us. Like, if anyone remembers the song, nae-nae or whatever it's called, and he starts off saying, "You know what it is?" Silento, no, we don't. We don't know you. You look like every other African American kid that's between the ages of 18 and 24. You know what I mean? Well, not necessarily kid, but young adult, right? And then shortly after that incident, he was arrested again for chasing his girlfriend with an axe, right? And the only reason why he was arrested was because he ran into the wrong home. And I think he semi tried to hold the family in said house hostage. So he was arrested for that, right? And now, like, the latest thing with him is he's been arrested and he's like the primary suspect in a situation where he's being accused of murdering his cousin. Like, bruh, talk about a fucking fall off. Like, you go from having the biggest song in the world, while it might be, very corporate and manufactured, nevertheless, it's success at any level, right? And now you're like a psychopath. Like, you're like you're Hannibal Lecter Jr. or you're, the guy, what is it? I don't even know. You're like suspected of being a killer now. And like, if you see his mugshot, I'll throw a picture of it up. He looks like a psychopath. Like, he looks like Arkham Asylum is where he's going to be headed if, he gets found guilty of whatever he's being accused of, right? So it's really unfortunate, but at the same time, this story has been developing into what it has, culminated into now for over a year. And it's just like, wow, like, Imagine that, like, one day you're on top of the world, very briefly, albeit, right? And you know, the next you're the next Jason Voorhees, right? Oh man, they gonna, oh, and then, bruh, this is the icing on the cake. Around the time of those first two incidents earlier last year, there was a Twitter video of him, or it was an individual suspected of being him, right? Like, doing some, we'll say, X-rated things, right, to his body on Twitter. Now, me being the sleuth that I am at the time, I went on there just to make sure that the suspicions were not, in fact, correct. And it wasn't him, right? But it's just like all of this bad press, right? You know, surrounding your name. I feel bad for the guy. So, you know, that's what's been going on with Silento. Let me know how you guys feel about this situation, and, you know, what did I miss, right? Because, you know, given this guy's track record of history in the last couple of years, there could have been something I skipped over. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. All right, see ya.
Come on! This way!
가르고, 어이, 너도 새끼!
Ready?
Ой, өнөөхийг чи хар. Тэнт вэ? Зэвсэгээ бэрх. Би бэнт. Ой, хардаа. Тэнт харваад вэ? Наас нь өглөө.
Horses, they're coming for us.
Get in the tall grass and stay down.
It's Kenji! Taka! You made it!
Were you followed?
No, but we can't go back to my place. It's crawling with Mongols. We should go.
We have to put some distance between us and Azamo Bay.
What a good horse.
Haven't seen a Mongol since dawn. I think we're clear.
We need to figure out where to go next.
There's a place up ahead where you can see most of Izuhara.
Everyone alright?
I could use a drink. And some sleep. I can help with one of those.
Taka, you've been quiet.
First time in days I haven't felt like I was about to die. My lord, I am grateful. But how do you know Kenji and my sister?
I owe Yuna my life.
We have something in common.
I'm not built for riding all night. Komatsu is just over that ridge.
They have a forge.
One of the best on the island.
Good place to make tools. Maybe something to get Jin over the walls of Castle Canada. What do you say, Taka?
My lord, I'll do anything to repay you for freeing me.
Thank you. Taka, Kenji, get some rest. We can't stay here long. How are you doing?
I have my brother back.
He's shaken up. Can you get him to Komatsu in one piece?
With food and rest, he'll be fine.
Your brother wasn't the only prisoner in Azamo Bay.
You're going to save them.
And make their captors suffer.
Good.
Ride for Komatsu Forge. I'll join you when I can.
Jin? Thank you.